Alrighty, everybody. So let's go ahead and start off seated or kneeling, whichever feels better in your body. So for those of you who watch this pre-recorded, this is Flex and Stretch. This class is a combination of a little bit of a yoga flow and some body weight movements and circuits. So with that being said, let's all allow the eyes to gently close. And sitting up nice and tall. And just starting to tune in to all the sounds that are happening, especially out here in the park, the sounds of the birds, the traffic in the distance. Noticing how the temperature feels against your skin. Noticing the breeze as it passes by. And then we begin to scan the body from the top of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet, just noticing what's happening in your body. What do you feel? And from the body, we began to tune into the breath and noticing how fast or slow we're breathing, how deep or shallow we're taking each exhalation or inhalation. And then tuning into the mind, noticing what's going through your mind right now. How do we feel mentally and emotionally in this moment? And then we start to bring our awareness back onto the breath. We're going to take 3 breaths all together. So go ahead and press all the air out of your lungs to begin. Then we inhale deeply to the belly, all the way to the top of the chest, holding it. And exhale, sighing it all out. Twice more like that. Nice deep inhale, holding it at the very top. And exhale, letting it go. Your last time, the biggest breath you've taken so far today. Hold it in for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, let it go. Get nice deep breaths in and out of the nose as we start to open the eyes. All right, we're gonna start off with a little bit of core activation. Core activation, yeah. So let's go ahead and come down onto our backs. All right, this first movement, with the feet staying right on the ground, let's take the arms down by our sides. And then start to lift the head, lift the shoulders up like you're doing a little crunch. And then lower back down. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So lift up, hollowing out the belly, press the low back down. And then lower. Last time, lift up, and then we're gonna hold it here this time. Starting to bring that right knee into your chest, left leg out long. Still keeping that hollow body shape. And we'll start to switch left knee in, right leg long. Yeah. Start to switch at your own pace. Our biggest focus, keeping those abs pulled in. Yeah. Trying to press the low back down into your mat as much as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way back down. All right. We're gonna take those knees up again into your chest, finding that hollow body shape, lifting the head, lifting the shoulders. And we extend the right leg out long. This time we'll do a little bicycle, so fingertips behind the ears, knee to opposite elbow. Good, slow and controlled. Still tuning into that idea of the low back pressing down into the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's rock ourselves up to all fours, finding a tabletop. See if, all right, so we're on all fours, hands and knees, stacking the hips right on top of the knees, shoulders right on top of the wrists. And we'll take a few rounds of our cat and cow poses. So we inhale, drop the belly, lift in the chest. And exhale, hollow out the belly, rounding in. Twice more, inhaling through your cow. Exhaling through cat. You're gonna take your last one on your own. And then we start to find our neutral spine. Extending that right leg back behind us. Go ahead and lift those toes up, and then maybe we play with floating those left fingertips out long. So remember that belly engagement we found when we're in our backs? Can we find that here too? On our inhale, lift up a little bit higher, and on the exhale, hollow out, knee to your elbow. You're gonna take that twice more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time, extend and compress. You're gonna go ahead and reach out nice and long. Now start to bend into your back knee. Turn that left thumb down as we reach our hand back for the heel, but without touching it, lift. Reaching out nice and long, and then lower down. Yeah, take any movements that feel good. Maybe if cat and cow or just wiggling the hips out. I can feel now that I'm a little, my right side's gonna be a lot more work than the other side. So let's take that to the other side. Left leg back, right leg out long. Sorry, left leg and right arm. There we go. Nice deep inhale, lifting up higher. Exhale, knee to elbow. Here twice more. Extend and contract. Last time, reach and pull. Good, as we reach out nice and long, bend into that back knee. Turn the right thumb down as we reach it back and lift your chest. 3, 2, 1, reach out nice and long, lowering the hand and knee down. Okay, from here we come all the way onto our bellies now. We'll start by reaching the arms back by our sides, palms facing up. Taking a couple rounds of our locust pose. We inhale, lift the chest, lift those legs. Exhaling, lower. Good, twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, up and down. We'll bring those hands by our chest, making your way all the way up and back into your downward facing dog. We're gonna be here for quite a few breaths, so feel free to pedal out the heels if that feels good, bending one knee and then the other. Now you push your hips even further up and back. Yeah, there you go, like you try to press your chest to your thighs. And from our downward dog, we'll walk the feet all the way to the front of the mat, bending the knees to find a forward fold once you arrive. And just letting the body be heavy, bending those knees as much as you need to. And then with a nice deep bend in the knees, rolling up one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up to stand. On our inhale, we'll reach the arms up to the sky. On our exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, hands to the shins with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Good, deep into the knees, rolling all the way up. This time, reach those arms up to the sky. And on your next exhale, hands through the heart. And release. Adding on, inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift with that flat back. And as we exhale, the hands come down. Step the right foot all the way back. And now let's straighten that back leg as much as we can. Now slowly start to bend that knee, tap it down to the ground, and straighten. And one more time, bend the knee to tap. and straighten. Then last time, tap it and straighten. Awesome. Once you're ready, go ahead and step back into your plank pose. From our plank, we shift forward past the wrist, lower all the way down to the mat. Inhale, we lift our chest into cobra. And exhaling, downward dog. From your downward dog, we'll float the right leg up to the sky. And then step it all the way forward between our hands, finding our lunge. Again, we start off with that straight back leg. That entire front foot is on the ground. And then go ahead and start to tap that back knee down 3 times, slow and controlled. And after that third round, we step all the way to the front of our mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, we reach the arms all the way to the sky. Hello. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. And inhaling, tall. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat. This time, step the left foot back, pausing there. Now, if you can, plant that left hand down to the ground as you reach the right arm up to the sky for a little twist. On your next exhale, the hand comes down to the mat as we step back into our plank. Shift those shoulders forward of the wrists, lowering the knees down, lower halfway down, and all the way to the mat. Inhale, lifting into our cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. From downward dog, floating that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, stepping in between the hands, finding our lunge here. Once you're settled, we start to float the left arm up to the sky. Keep straightening that back leg. Squeezing those glutes for 2 more breaths. And on the exhale, hand comes down to the mat as we step to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, we reach the arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. All right, finding a little beat variation. Yeah. Go ahead and take the feet a little bit further apart, so about a couple fists apart. We're going to start to find our chair pose. And so sit those hips down and back, reach the arms forward and up. We keep those glutes engaged, and the whole purpose of doing that little knee to elbow is find our belly contraction. So hug your abs in for 1 more breath. And then the exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now let's reach the arms all the way up to the sky from the sand. Interlace the fingers behind our back. We'll inhale, lift the chest up to the sky. And on our exhale, fold forward. Let those hands float over your shoulders. And if that doesn't work, you can let the arms rest on your back. But bend those knees as much as you need to make this feel good. Slowly starting to bend into the knees. Reach the arms up to the sky, that chair pose. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat. You can step or hop the feet back, flowing through your chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend, cobra or upward facing dog. Meeting in our downward dog. Lifting those hips up and back. Next inhale, we'll float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot between the hands as we find our warrior 1. So lower that back heel down. Let those back toes angle to the side slightly as you reach the arms to the sky. Yeah. So you can bend a little bit deeper into the front knee, and then you can step your foot a little bit forward. That front foot. Yeah. What's your name, by the way? Karen. Carrie or Karen? Karen. Nice to meet you. All right, 1 more breath in our warrior 1. Exhaling, hands down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. You can go straight to your down dog if you like, or lower down halfway. Inhaling through your back bend and meeting in down dog. So you always have the option to skip that and go straight to your down dog. But next, inhale, left leg close to the sky and stepping it all the way forward between the hands. Warrior one. So again, back heel down, square the hips forward as you reach those arms forward and up. That back leg is nice and straight. 2 breaths left here. And on your next exhalation, the hands come down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. Finding your chaturanga. Inhaling through your back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. All right, here comes the fun part. On the inhale, bend the knees. Look between your hands. Step or hop to the front. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Almost died on that little hill right there. Start to find our chair pose. Reaching the arms forward and up. Making our way all the way to the stand. And release the arms. We're going to go through one more modification of that. So again, the feet are about a couple fists apart. We'll inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Interlace them behind our back. Inhale, open the chest to the sky. Exhale, forward fold with those hands bound. Start to bend deep into the knees. Reach the arms up to the sky, chair pose. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Step or hop the feet back. Finding your chaturanga. Your back bend. And we meet in down dog. All right, let's float the left leg up to the sky first. Stepping it forward between those hands, finding a high lunge this time. So the back heel stays lifted as we reach those arms to the sky. Now as we are here, try to tuck your tailbone under, lifting up the front of your ribs like you're trying to close this gap here between your ribs and your hips. On the next exhale, twist to the left, open the arms nice and wide. We're going to do this 2 more times, so inhale the arms up. Exhale, twist. Last time, up. And twist. Reaching the arms to the sky. We're going to bring those hands to the inside of that left foot now. So here's the deal. Either you can step back and then step the right foot forward, or jump and switch. Now, whichever one you chose to do, let's do it again. And then for good measure, one more time. So once the right foot is forward, we are all set to find our high lunge. I'm always a proponent of taking what feels good, and then if it doesn't, then don't do it. All right, we're gonna twist to the right this time. So on your next exhale, open arm twist right. Inhaling to the sky. Exhale, twist. Last time, up and twist. Then reach the arms to the sky. Hands come all the way down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. Last time, lower through your chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend, nice proud chest, and exhaling hips up and back down dog. On the inhale, bend the knees, look between your hands, step or hop to the front. Inhaling, halfway lift once you've arrived. Exhale, fold. Let's sit the hips into our chair, reach the arms forward and up. Coming all the way to the stand and release the arms. All right. If you want to grab a quick sip of water, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to see if I can find an angle where you all can see something other than a shadow. There we go. All right. So this first this first little circuit is going to play off of what we just did with the yoga. So that's kind of the idea behind the class most days. Some days we just want to have fun. All right, so let's find our chair pose once again, but we're gonna keep the hands on our hips, sit those hips down and back. And then from here, we're gonna take that left foot, it's gonna tap straight out to the side and together, and then tap it back and together. Good, so keep going just like that, to the side and back. Maintaining that breath, maintaining that engagement of your core, but the weight stays in that right foot the entire time, so the other leg is just there doing some fancy dance moves. All right, we're gonna switch sides in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, other side, out and back. I've been hearing this ice cream truck for weeks now and I cannot find it. Oh no. Is it a weed delivery truck? That'd be, same. Last, 3, 2, 1, and time. Go ahead and shake those legs out. But we're not done with our chair yet. All right, if you are taking Christine's class, she does a lot of chair poses, so it's good for us. All right, we're gonna take that one more time. Sit those hips down and back, reach the arms forward and up. Now this time, take a nice deep inhale, and on our exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhaling up, exhale, bend and squeeze. Last time, up and squeeze. Reaching those arms up, come all the way to stand, and let it go. Okay, so working on a little balance now. Let's go ahead and just stand up tall with our right foot lifted. See what it feels like in this environment, switch legs. Yep. And let it go. All right, so what we're doing here, anybody allergic to grass? This park would be a bad place for that. Go ahead and let's all shift over to the right side of your mat. We're gonna lift up that left knee and take a nice big step to the other side of your mat, lift up the right knee. Yeah. So this is your movement, either a nice big step side to side, or if you want to add a little hop, you can hop laterally. You know the Heisman Trophy? Imagine like you're doing the Heisman. Boop. Or the Heisman dance from the early 2000s. Obscure reference, I know. All right, 10 more seconds. There we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're gonna add on to that one now. So scooting over to the right side, lifting up that left knee. Now this time, step or hop to the left, and either march all the way back over to the right, or jog to the right. So again, step or hop, and shuffle. Good. Just like that. 15 seconds. Yeah. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. So on to our mats. Let's go all the way to the back of the mat. For this one, let me know how it feels on your wrist. But we're gonna lift that right heel up. There we go. Once we have the right heel up, start to bring your hands all the way down to the ground. Walking out into a plank pose. And then walk the hands all the way back in and up to stand. That's your movement. Single leg walk out. Making sure that every time the hands come in contact with the mat, firm connection with the palms and those knuckles. All right, next time you come up to stand, you can put your foot down. All right, same thing, moving up to the left side of our mat now. All right, so let's shift over to the left side. Yeah, we're gonna do our ice skaters. Say again. I was like, did I do that one wrong? All right, go ahead and lift up that right knee And then again, step or hop and shuffle. Nice. Everybody should be moving at their own tempo. Yeah. Keep those abs tight though. 8 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. A little wiggle of the bum, and we'll take that, lift that left foot up. Once again, hinging at the waist, hands come to the mat, walk out. So if doing it on one leg is awkward, I should have said this last time, feel free to do both feet. But don't be afraid to challenge yourself though. Almost there, crew. Next time you come up the stand is the last time. Yeah. We got one more little flow, and it kind of ties into our actual flow. So once we are ready, start to sit the hips down and back into that chair once again. I know I said last time was the last time. Yeah. Never shut the teacher. Now this time we lift up that right heel, start to hinge forward, bringing your torso parallel to the ground, and then lift the torso upright. Yeah, so again, we tilt forward like the little bird pecking at the water, and up. Last time, tilt, full and up. Yeah, now step that right foot all the way back, finding a high lunge, reaching those arms up to the sky. Now, if you can, straighten the legs, and as we exhale, bend into the knees, maybe tap the ground, lift up and lower. Last time, up and lower. Yeah, now pause in our lunge. We're gonna bend into the elbows, bring the hands to the small of the back. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale them to the back. Last time, up and back. As we reach those arms up to the sky, we start to lean forward, lift up that back leg for our warrior 3. Keep the belly engaged, trying to find a slight back bend here. Come all the way up to stand. If you can, just go ahead and grab onto that right ankle. There we go. You can use the other hand to balance like a tightrope walker. You will press those hips forward. Now we're gonna keep this stretch, but let go of the hands. Just hold it in the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2. Grab onto the outside of the ankle with the right hand. Left arm up to the sky. Start to lean forward, kicking the foot into the hand, finding a little dancer's pose. Yeah, awesome. Last breath. Coming all the way up. And let it go. Yeah, buddy. You can feel free to hold it for a few breaths if. All right. So unfortunately, we do have another side. All right. So let's get ready for it. Sitting down into our chair pose, bending into that left knee. And start to hinge forward and up. I really need to look at what the name of those little birds are called. Like the little red ones that dip at the water. All right, last time, down and up. And then once you're ready, step that foot all the way back, finding a nice big lunge. We inhale, straighten both legs. And this time as we exhale, bend the elbows and the knees. Inhaling lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, up and down. Reaching those arms straight up to the sky. Start to lean forward. You can reach the arms back as we find our warrior 3. Now notice if you feel a little extra tightness in that right leg. Like so, that's normal. One more breath. Coming up to stand, finding a quad stretch. So grabbing hold of that left ankle. Point the knee down, press the hips forward as we stand up tall. Again, you can use that right arm for whatever you need it for. Now keep that stretch, keep that leg where it is, but let go of it with the hand, holding it. Squeeze those hamstrings for 3, 2, 1. Grab the outside of the ankle now. Reaching the right arm to the sky. Maybe we slightly lean forward or go a little bit further, but kick the left foot into the hand. One more breath. Coming all the way up and letting it go. All right, we're done with the lunges. How are those legs feeling so far? All right, yeah, good time for water. We'll get started in about 30 seconds. I don't know why we haven't been doing this longer. Oh, yeah. All right, once we are ready, let's come to the front of our mats. We're going to take a sun salutation and then continue on. So we inhale, reaching the arms to the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Find your chaturanga. Inhaling into your back hand. And exhale, lift those hips up and back, down dog. All right, we're going to take a warrior 2 sequence now. So lifting the right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, step it between the hands. And lower that back heel down. Reaching the arms nice and wide. So our left toes point to the side of the mat, right toes forward. So if you turn your entire shoulder the other way. No, you're right. Yeah, go just like this. Yeah. Yeah, not the arms. All right, from our warrior 2, let's inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale into our warrior 2. One more time, lifting up and straighten. Exhale down, get pause here. Keep pressing that right knee wide. We're going to flip the right palm to the sky, reach it up and back for reverse warrior. On the exhale, the forearm comes to the thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. This is our side angle pose. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Last time. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. We come back up into our warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Reach those fingertips as far forward as you can. The hand comes to the shin, left arm to the sky. Triangle pose. So in a triangle, the goal isn't how low can we possibly go. It's how low do I need to be and still keep that nice long spine. Last breath here. Let's place the left hand onto the hip. Start to bend into the right knee. Reach that right hand forward as we lift up the back leg. Finding our half moon pose. If you have a water bottle or blocks, you can use it here as well. Maybe you're floating those left fingertips up to the sky. Good. Now really try to turn your hips over to the left towards those apartment buildings. Last breath. Gently step back into our warrior 2. Yeah, nice deep inhale here. And on the exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Yeah. Let's go ahead and step all the way back into our plank. Lowering through chaturanga. Inhaling into your back bend. And exhaling, downward dog. Other side, floating the left leg to the sky. And step it forward between the hands, warrior 2. So again, those right toes to the side, left toes forward. Press that left knee wide. And as we inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms. Exhale, lower down. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Yeah. Pause here, flip that left palm to the sky. Inhale, reach it up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose, forearm to thigh. Twice more. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Last time, reverse warrior. And side angle. We find our warrior two, reach the arms out long. Start to straighten your front leg, reach forward towards the street, and triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm to the sky. Firm up your belly even more. Last breath in our triangle. The right hand comes onto the hip, start to bend into the left knee, reach that hand forward, and then lift up the back leg, finding our half moon pose. There we go. So as that leg lifts up, the more muscles we engage in it, the more flexing we could do in our legs, the lighter it feels. One more breath. And gently set it back into our warrior two. Nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, windmill the hands to the mat. Stepping back into our plank. As we lower through chaturanga. Inhale into our back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, go ahead and bring those knees down onto the mat for a moment, and I'll show you what this next movement is. So we're gonna call it a plank stretch plus up. So all that means is for my plank, I'm gonna lift the hips up and back, maybe take the right arm to left leg, and plank, alternating sides. All right, there's all kinds of ways to boost it up a notch. If you're like absolutely the expletive not, keep both hands on the ground, going from our down dog into our plank. Yeah, so make it work for you, but let's find our plank pose. Once you're ready, go ahead and begin. Lift the hips up and back, hand to opposite leg. Continue switching just like that. Now, if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can take a push-up in between. Or if you're like, that doesn't work, maybe we do opposite knee to elbow in between. Get a little extra core work in. Oh yeah, so after I take it, I'll bring my knee over. Almost there, everybody. 10 seconds left. Last, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's come all the way up to stand. For this next one, we're gonna take our feet wider than your mat. And as we sit down into the hips, we're gonna bring those knees, like press them wide. There we go. Good, 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 good. All right. From here, hands can be at the hips, they can be out long, whatever feels good, but we're gonna take little pulses up and down. So finding that in range at the bottom, but keep your bottom firm. This lady told me one time, if you don't want to squeeze your butt, nobody else will either. I'm like, okay, got it. Point made. All right, now we're gonna keep these little pulses, but lift up the right heel into a releve. Yep. We're gonna switch feet in 3, 2, right heel down, left heel up. There we go, keep those hips tucked under. All right, now lift up both heels. Find that pulse. Last, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Yeah, buddy. All right, nice wide feet. We're gonna inhale the arms up to the sky and exhale, forward fold. We got about 6 breaths here, so make this whatever you need from it. Just trying our best to keep the weight even from the front to the back of our feet. And let's start to walk our hands over towards the left leg. And if you can, gently pull your torso in towards the leg. Walking the hands all the way over to the right side, same thing. Coming back into center. Your hands come to the hips, firm up your belly and your legs to come all the way back up. All right, you can narrow your stance and I'll show you where I'd like to go next, and then we'll figure out modifications as needed. So from that same goddess squat or horse stance, my left knee is gonna pivot on the toes to find a lunge. I come back through center and pivot to the right, the other way, that way. All right, so if that, yeah, let's go ahead and try it out. I'll start the timer now. There we go. Pivoting to find a lunge in one direction. The knee doesn't have to touch the ground. It can if it does easily, but if it doesn't, don't worry about it. Yeah, we just want to focus on that hip. Nice, ideally keeping both knees bent at all times. Almost there, 8 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, stepping to the front of our mat. Yeah, I like the legs. Especially when we don't have weights and bands, I feel like you get a lot of bang for your buck. All right, so from the front of the mat, sun salutation, inhaling to the sky, and exhaling forward fold. Inhaling halfway lift, hands come to the mat, step or hop the feet back, lowering down through your chaturanga. Inhaling into our cobra or up dog, finding our downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll bring those knees onto the mat. Sit the hips back onto the heels, reaching the arms out long for child's pose. In our child's pose, we listen to the breath as it echoes off the mat, deep inhalations and long exhalations. While remaining in our child's pose, we're going to walk the hands over to the right side of your mat, placing left hand on top of the right. And reach the fingers out long, press those hips back. Walking the hands all the way over to the left side. Right hand on top of the left, and again, reach the fingers out long, press the hips back. Hands come into the center. Last 2 breaths. And then we walk those hands in. And let's come to sit on our bum. That's not working. There we go. All right. From here, with those legs out long, we'll bend into the right foot, right knee, placing the foot in the inner thigh. Turning our chest towards those left toes. We inhale, sit up nice and tall, and with a flat back, fold over the left leg. So even if the toe, touching the toes isn't there, the focus is more about keeping a long spine so the hands can be wherever. Keep pressing that left knee down into the ground. 2 more breaths. And then we find a flat back coming all the way back upright. Crossing that right foot over the left thigh. You can stay just like this, or if you prefer, you can bend into the left knee as well, but your butt has to come down into the ground again if you do so. Yeah. Right hand reaches back behind us. Left arm comes to the outside of the elbow of the knee. I promise I know anatomy. Either way, inhale, sit up nice and tall. And on the exhale, twist a little bit further. One more breath here. And on our inhale, we come back into center. Let's unfold ourselves as we find out on the other side, bending into the left knee. Again, square your shoulders towards that right foot, inhaling up tall, exhaling, fold forward. This is one of those stretches that I've been learning more and more. If you have like lower back stuff going on, you can hit two of the like main causes of back tension. The top part of the psoas and the QL. We can talk about that. All right, last breath here. On your next inhale with that flat back, we come all the way up. Crossing the left foot over the right thigh. Option to bend into that right knee. With that left arm back, right arm to the outside of the knee. Again, every inhale, we sit up taller. Every exhale, we twist a little bit further. Last two breaths. And on your inhale, we come back through center. As we uncross the legs, let's lower ourselves onto our back. But let's keep the soles of the feet flat on the ground though. All right. The feet are hip distance apart, just close enough to touch with your fingertips. We'll take 2 rounds of our back bend. So begin to lift those hips up to the sky into our bridge pose. Finding a little squeeze of those glutes, pressing the heels down and into the ground. If you'd like to interlace your fingers, you're more than welcome. Make this your own for 3 more breaths. And if the hands are interlaced, go ahead and let that go as we lower down 1 vertebrae down at a time onto the mat. But once you arrive, arch your back and then relax. All right, we're gonna take that one more time. If you wanna take a full wheel pose, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, go ahead and lift those hips up to the sky into your bridge. If you're finding wheel, go ahead and place the hands. For both variations, keep those abs nice and tight. 2 more breaths. And then slowly releasing down 1 vertebrae at a time. Once your hips touch the mat, arch your back, and then relax it back down. Knees coming to the chest, giving them a little hug, gently rocking from side to side. All right, let's plant the right foot down onto the mat, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. So making a little figure 4 here. You can stay here gently pressing that knee open, or if you prefer, interlace the fingers behind the thigh of the right leg. Our goal is to find a little stretch on the outer left hip in this pigeon variation. Three more breaths. And on your next exhale, gently let it go. Switching to the other side. Right ankle, left knee. Press the knee open first. And then if you want, you can interlace the hands behind the left thigh or on the left shin. Last 3 breaths. And then gently letting that go. As we open the arms out into a T, Let's scoot the hips over to the left side of your mat, letting the knees fall to the right for a reclined twist. If there's any other twist variation that you prefer, you're more than welcome to take that instead. But let's find softness in our thighs, relaxing our glutes and our shoulders, letting gravity do all the work for us here in this twist. And on your next inhale, we'll come back through center, scooting the hips over to the right side of your mat. Let the knees fall to the left. Last breath here. And inhale coming through center, but then we're gonna roll all the way onto our right side. Once you're on your right side, extend your right arm straight out like you're trying to touch the tree across from you. And now take that right arm, reach it up to the sky, and we grab onto the forearm for a little shoulder stretch. So I'll come over and show you. I realized that I had 3/4 of the class facing away from me. Bad teacher. One more breath on this side. Let it go. Gently rolling all the way onto the left side now. We'll take that same thing, extend the left arm straight out. Let it cross your torso as we grab onto the forearm. Last 3 breaths. And then as we let that go, we come all the way onto our backs. And this time we straighten the legs out long, letting the arms go out by our sides, finding our Shavasana. If you prefer to take your Shavasana seated, you are more than welcome, but in either case, we allow the eyes to close, letting go of any effort in the breath or in the body. Finding softness in our toes and the feet and the ankles. Letting that softness travel up through the calves as we release the muscles of our thighs and the hips. Allowing the back to feel soft. Noticing that gentle rise and fall of the belly and chest. As we let go of any effort in the fingers and the hands. Relaxing the arms and the shoulders. Now, as we lie here in stillness, in this place of complete relaxation, I want you to bring to the forefront of your mind What specific moment, what specific scenario was the last time that you felt truly happy? There's no judgment of where our minds go, but just notice that place where you felt happy. And now, what does that feel like in your body? What does it feel like emotionally? If you feel the urge while we're thinking about this place, feel free to bring a gentle smile onto your face. Now we keep that smile on your face if it's there as we bring our awareness into this moment. Noticing what's happening in your surroundings. The sounds, the smells, the temperature, the feeling of the wind brushing against you, whatever it is. We have the power to bring happiness into the present moment anytime that we need to. All that it takes is giving ourselves the space to stop, to breathe, and to remind ourselves of that sensation. So as you're ready, we begin to bring movement back into the fingers and toes, circling through the wrists and the ankles. And on your inhale, we reach the arms and legs nice and long for a big stretch. Exhaling the knees into the chest as we roll onto our right side, pausing in fetal position. Reminding yourself of 2 or 3 things that you are grateful for in your life at this moment, no matter how big or small. And holding on to that sense of gratitude as we begin to press up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like in your body, sitting up nice and tall. And then one last time, inhaling the arms all the way up to the sky, palms come to touch. Exhaling, hands to the center of the chest. Thank you all so very much for sharing your time, patience, and energy. Namaste. Have a great rest of your night. And thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. See y'all next time.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you all.